Hello and welcome. I'm Katrina Pratt Roebuck, and I am the founder and CEO of Uplifme. Uplifme is a national resource hub of social service events happening across the country that address the social determinants of health. We also highlight the great work of community-based organizations. So today I have with me Rysa Waldoks, who is the Executive Director for Together for West Philadelphia. So Risa, thank you so much for being here.
Well, thank you for having me.
So can you tell us about Together for West Philadelphia and the people that you serve?
Absolutely. So Together for West Philadelphia, we're a nonprofit organization that's been around for about 6 years. It started in 2018. And our mission is to partner with healthcare systems, community-based organizations, academic institutions, and public and private stakeholders to improve equitable health outcomes for West Philadelphians.
Okay.
Um, Really what that means is that we're a convener. We
Mhm.
bring together the many different health efforts that are happening in West Philly,
Mm,
and we make it possible for people to know about each other and build
mm,
relationships and work together so that our work is more effective because we're actually coordinating instead of competing and
sure.
leveraging each other. So that's the main focus of our work. And we have an amazing board of directors that has representatives from all the hospitals and health systems in West Philly, as well as a lot of community organizations. But really, the core of Together for West Philadelphia is what we call our Trusted Venue Network.
Mm,
Um, so that is a group of trusted community sites, like churches and schools and community centers that are across West Philly where people already have relationships and they already turn to them for support. And so they have a really wide reach to community residents. And that amazing network is really the core of what we do. So we meet once a month, and we really they drive a lot of the community leaders in that group drive a lot of our work. So that's sort of a high level intro to who we are.
no, sure, sure. I appreciate that overview. And so if you could drill down a little bit, can you talk about maybe a particular project that Together for West Philadelphia is helping to convene folks around?
Absolutely. So right now, that Trusted Venue Network is developing what we call the West Philadelphia Health Access Coalition. And
Mm,
we're really excited because this has been in the making for a couple years now, and we're at a point right now where we're really about to launch and really getting there. So I'm really glad to be here today at this exciting time. But the model is about improving access to primary care and specialty
mm,
health care and health insurance for people who live in West Philly.
mm,
So basically, if an individual is identified through these community sites who
mm.
needs better access to care, they, through this coalition, can get sort of like a VIP connection at many of the health partners in West Philly.
Wow.
So we'll have folks like from Penn Medicine, from Mainline Health, from Spectrum Health, which is a federally qualified health center, so they
Hmm.
can see people regardless of insurance.
Mm,
We'll have staff like community health workers, which I'm very passionate about that role, sort of access specialists that are in those systems that are ready to serve the specific population that's identified by the community partners. So we're really in the process now of getting everyone on board for this coalition and ready to launch in the coming, definitely in the coming year.
that's amazing. That's amazing. So, how will folks be able to access this opportunity that you're launching? How will West Philadelphians be able to connect to and get resources and information?
A great question. One way really is relying through these trusted venues. So through the model, we will have trusted venue ambassadors,
Okay.
people who are hired from within the community that will really be the hype people that will get the word out and let people know that this exists and recruit and help connect people to the services.
Okay.
Um, but we also try to really share resources through our social media and our
Mhm,
website and our
mhm.
networks and just get the word out that we're still working out the exact like referral mechanism once
Okay.
someone wants the service, how they'll get referred.
Okay.
But yeah, it should be hopefully easy and accessible to West Philadelphians.
I think that that is so needed. I think trying to figure out the way through the maze sometimes of services and health services as well. This will be really helpful to people that might not feel confident around how to navigate those resources and help to bring voice to them. And I appreciate that you also indicated that community health workers would be a part of the process, and we know how important their roles are. So thank you for explaining that. Can you talk a little bit about perhaps something that the public doesn't know about Together for West Philadelphia that you'd like folks to know?
Thank you. I think, well, organizationally, we've grown quite a bit in the last 6 years. When we started, there were a lot of folks who were engaged in the early days when we were founded, but who might not have been as engaged with the organization in recent years. And
Mhm.
so I'd love for those folks and for anyone to know sort of how far we've come, that we did a lot of internal work, we did strategic planning and focus groups and a lot of thinking and really strengthening systems. And it's made us really well positioned right now. And
Mhm.
we're really committed to our core values around the way we operate. So we're really intentional the way we do our work. And I think it's all kind of coming to fruition.
Mhm.
Um, I think another thing I would just love, it's not about Together for West Philadelphia in particular, but going back to our community health worker comments, like I'd love for the public to know more about that role. That is like such a great and important position. Folks who are from that community or tied to that have a commonality with community members and can sort of be a liaison, as you said, to help navigate and walk alongside someone. So I think I always want to lift up that role, and that there are a lot of training programs, and for community residents who want to become community health workers, that's really a growing field right now too.
Yeah, that's very true. And I appreciate you highlighting that. I think that that is certainly something that on this series, we'll want to also talk to some of those organizations that do the community health worker trainings, because to your point, it is a rising field and it's a role that really helps to empower individuals around their health choices. So thank you for sharing that. I think that that's something that we'll certainly seek to do more and highlight more in this series. Can you talk a little bit about, in terms of the trusted venue, can you talk a little bit about how a venue becomes a trusted venue with
That's
your
a really
organization?
good question. But right now, there's about 10 trusted venues in the network.
Okay.
And those were groups that were identified early on by Together for West Philadelphia as groups that again had a wide reach to a lot of community residents and that were really well regarded. And we really cultivated these one-on-one relationships,
Okay.
and they had leaders that have been willing to engage and that want to be part of this.
Hmm.
But we are going to be talking as a group in the fall about how to expand that network and when and how, because we know there's so many amazing trusted community sites, and we're constantly thinking about how to reach more people. And right
Hmm.
now, the majority of the groups are churches. So in
Okay.
addition to adding more churches, which we know play such an important role, we're also thinking about community development corporations and rec centers, and just expanding to reach folks who might not currently be getting the things that they need. So really, it's places that share our core values, that reach a lot of people that want to be part of this, and help improve health in West Philly.
Okay, thank you for that. And know that you all have a website and wanted to ask, how can people volunteer? How can they donate? How can they reach out about becoming a trusted venue through Together for
Yeah.
Philadelphia's website?
Yes, thank you. Yes, please do visit our website, togetherforwestphiladelphia.org. There's a way to sign up for our newsletter,
Okay.
to contact us. People are most welcome to always email me directly too. Maybe I could even put my email in the notes or something. But
Mhm.
we love to hear from people. That's one of the most important ways to support us. Definitely, donations are always welcome and helpful, because we're also really trying to build our capacity and our staffing and be
Sure.
able to grow.
Sure.
So building the donor base is huge, but also connecting, and just we always want to learn about what's out there.
Mhm.
And
Okay.
our whole ethos is about not being in the silo or in a
Right.
vacuum.
Right.
So
Right.
the more we can, if you know someone or if you are doing work related to what we're doing, please let us know and make introductions for us and spread the word, because we really do want to always learn and just connect with others out there who can champion this work with us.
Yeah, and I think that the concept of Together for West Philadelphia is so important because you are aligning and coordinating the work of multiple organizations, which I think doesn't often happen naturally. And so I really appreciate that the focus is around coalescing and strengthening the work by having numbers of people that can be reached out to versus one organization trying to do all that work by themselves. So thank you very much for the work that you do. And thank you so much for spending time talking about Together for West Philadelphia.
Thank you for all that you do and for having me today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Take care.